big breaking news which is coming in. Uttar Pradesh government is preparing to auction off tons of gold reserve which is found in Sonbhadra district of the state. As per reports of Geological Survey of India and Uttar Pradesh Directorate of Geology and Mining, the estimated gold is said to be around 3,000 tons at the Son Pahadi and the Hardi village area. Let me go across to Bureau Chief Amir Haq, who's joining us with all the details on this. This is called literally striking gold, isn't it, Amir? But it is something that the UP Exchequer, which has, it is called as one of the poorest states when it comes to the amount of money available to them, is going to definitely benefit.
Well, definitely, it's a huge advantage for the Yogi government because although these gold ores had been found in the past as well, in fact, the Geological Survey of India had in fact confirmed way back in 2012 itself that there is likelihood of gold mines present there in this particular area called Pahadi in the Tuti area of Sonbhadra. Finally, the miners there, the geologists there have confirmed. And actually, as you said, have struck gold over there. And this gold, because it's a huge conserve of gold over there, over 3,500 tons, and this perhaps can completely change the future for a state like Uttar Pradesh, which has struggled over the last several decades, in fact, since independence, as far as keeping up with other states across India is concerned. So clearly, this amount of gold being found here in Sonbhadra will not just improve the chances of Uttar Pradesh as a state, but can actually add on a substantial amount of gold reserves to the country's already held gold reserves that we have right now. For now, the state government has formed a 7-member team which will file its report within the next 2 days, and then gold blocks will actually be formed. In fact, the entire area will be divided into blocks, and then different teams will actually be given tenders of mining the gold ore that has been found over there. And therefore, strategically, these mines will actually be approached so as to extract maximum benefit from it, and so as to cause least amount of damage to the environment over there as per the geological suggestions.
Well, this, of course, is going to be a win-win situation. It may be a bit early. Anything you're picking up from your sources within the Yogi government? What will this newfound income going to be used for?
Well, it will be as per the existing rules that are already in place, Meghna. As I said earlier, the government is right now identifying the entire area. So far, 2 different gold reserves have been found. One containing about 2,900 tons of gold, the other one about 650 tons of gold. Both of these have been identified. Now the entire area will be divided into different blocks, and then an official process of tendering will start. And then perhaps respective teams will be given the task of mining this gold ore therein. State authorities and government will definitely keep a tight vigil over there. And that's how, it will take some time because the location there is still to be, used for mining there. It is just the geologists who actually found the reserves of gold over there. The process will take about a year or so, but then it definitely will turn the fortunes of Uttar Pradesh. That's what is expected, as far as we hear from within the government.
Well, in fact, keep tracking the developments on that front. Remember, this amount of money, it is likely to be 5 times of what India's revenue is going to be. It's going to be huge for what it means for the exchequer of Uttar Pradesh if the government does manage to auction it out. As Amir is rightly pointing out, it is going to be something which is likely to help not just Uttar Pradesh but also boost the gold reserves of our country. So not only just Uttar Pradesh stands to benefit, but India stands to benefit as the gold results go out. As we've been discussing, it's about 5 times India's current reserve, and this could mean huge, it could have a huge impact on what it means for the gold reserves of India as well. Amir, if I can come back to you, any kind of official reaction coming in as to how much time this entire process is going to take?
Well, so far the government is being very tight-lipped about how exactly it will go ahead from here. But so far as we've been told that the mining department has in fact formed this 7-member team, which is already touring these places in Sonbhadra. They are likely to give out a report within 2 days, after which, and also the process of geo-tagging of all such locations wherein these gold ores are present is happening. And then perhaps the mining department will start the process of tendering. The mining minister also happens to be, Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath has a tight grip over the entire situation there. As you understand, it's a huge reserve of gold, and as I said earlier, it can turn the fortunes for a state like Uttar Pradesh, which has struggled since independence over the last 70 years to compete with other states which have known to be more prosperous. And in fact, in Uttar Pradesh, although this is the only region, which also shares its borders with Chhattisgarh and mine-rich states like Jharkhand. And therefore, everybody knew that if there is any possibility of gold reserves being stuck over there, or other such minerals being found, it is only there in this particular district of Sonbhadra. But as you already know, Sonbhadra has been known to be a very, very backward district. This will also spell good days ahead for Sonbhadra.
Absolutely. As well. Hopefully the benefits of this is going to go to the area's locals as well. Do stay on with us, Amir. I believe we have a reaction coming in. Listen in.
सोने के भंडार एक गुरमुरा से 8 किलोमीटर पश्चिम दिशा में एक सोन पहाड़ी है, जो पनारी उस ग्राम पंचायत में आता है, और एक हरदी गांव है, पल्लच गांव में हरदी कहलाता है. यहाँ पे 2 जगह सोने की रिजर्व मिले हैं.
Well, remember, the Uttar Pradesh public debt was